Okay, we are back. And this time, I finally managed to get it past that cutscene. So, I apologize to anybody and everybody who's watching. I apologize profusely for the immense amount of scuff when it comes to this. So, we can finally continue. And after this point, there should be no more crashes. I haven't encountered any other ones in my other game after this one point. So, with that, we're finally going back into it. The worst sound in the game is that cane hitting the fucking ground.
Get ready.
Hello, sir? Who are you? Sir?
You're old. How did you survive the Gommage?
Sir? Sir?
Which expedition are you from?
Oh, okay. We're just choosing violence. Yep.
Fall back!
Bro just straight up chose violence. Okay.
Stop! Come on, we need to go! He's not following. Putain! What the fuck? Who the fuck was that?
Merde! What do we do now?
Regroup at the rally point. The Indigo Tree.
Oh, okay. Now we've got the bad enemies.
Run! Run!
These things are the ugliest thing I've ever seen and the worst things possible to fight. Hello.
Keep going! Come on! Move! Fucking snap out!
Bro just got pasted by a hand. And we're finally in Act 1. We're finally out of the scuffed up epilogue. So now that we're out of the epilogue, we can start the real game now. And I can turn my settings back to normal, so because I got past that cutscene finally. With what? Okay, I mean they called me asking if he was done with the holes. I mean, if they need help, it's because it's moving plants. That's about it. The whole, like, 7 of them they probably bought. Alright, let's do this. Because for some reason I had to do this prior. Even though I didn't have to do it the last time. So let's go ahead and change max FPS, change the VSync, and we'll be good to go. Alright. So, we just had a very, very traumatic experience. Actually, let me get rid of the VSync and see how comfortable it is. I've never actually been one for VSync anyway. There we go. Much better. Whee! So now we're actually starting to get out into the world. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot the tutorial for all of this is kicking in now. So the expedition status is how topped off are your characters on their HP, maps, current objective, all that stuff. So it's basically your massive HUD. And it shows you everything, and this is telling me to use my 1 chroma elixir to fully max out my HP. So if we hit triangle again, shows me everything that I need on my HUD. So currently I just used my 1 chroma elixir, and we're just gonna go. And we're gonna get into our first semi-scripted fight here. Hello, good sir. How art thou this day? Oh, bro's gonna fuck my shit. Bro's here to give me a bad time. God, you're such a stiff guard. Alright, let's go there, buddy. Okay, so free aim is just what it says. So we're gonna hit L2, and we're gonna go into free aim. where we can target. If there were more than one, we'd be able to target them. I guess theoretically we could target our allies. I don't know why we'd want to shoot them outside of a couple specific statuses. And even with those specific statuses, I don't even know if shooting them will get rid of it. So, for our AP, this does take a single AP to use. Per shot, per shot is a single AP. And for our enemies, known as Nevrons, very select, not select, I'm sorry, there's a good amount of them that have those little glowing spots. Now those are weaknesses, and this happens when you hit them. They lose a significant portion of HP, as opposed to if I just shoot them in the chest. So the 54 from blowing out their weak point versus the 7 in the chest is a significantly better time. So now we're just going to beat the piss out of it. And counter kill for the win. Alright, sorry, I was responding to a couple messages. Anyway, we doomed that Nevron to non-existence. So now we're gonna catapult ourselves, and we're just going to continue on with our day. So, as you'll notice in the landscape, we've got what appear to be other Nevrons. However, they're dead. They're fucking dead. And I didn't do it. So, out here in the continent is kind of just a no man's land to us right now. We don't actually know what happened out here. It's just previous expeditions have laid the way for us, and we're kind of just following in their footsteps, trying to get further. This is a bloody war zone, and I'm thankful I wasn't part of it. Down the hole we go. About to get dark. Poor man lost his entire expedition here alone. Why not join them? Yeah, I did make you pop on here. I didn't actually watch any of the videos. I knew what videos you sent me. I love those comment songs. They're hilarious.
Hey. Fucking hell.
You're welcome.
Wake up, Gustav.
Yeah, I finally solved all the crashing issues.
The others.
Literally, the epilogue of this game is the buggiest shit I've ever seen on anything that's not PlayStation.
You don't get to die.
It's just a matter of time before we're already dead. Look around, look.
This is not a foregone conclusion. When one falls, we continue. Get up. We need to find a safer place. There are Nevrons around.
Lucian.
This is not the place.
Have fun. I'm here sipping water, watching Gustav destructively try to commit suicide.
Intact. About time we test it in real condition.
Putain.
Yeah, I can't drink energy drinks. No, my body physically will not allow them. Plus, I stopped drinking them because I was at the point where I was giving myself heart palpitations. So, I'm done with energy drinks. Anyway, I'm gonna shoot a wall.
A storm is coming.
Thank you, Lune. Thank you for the tutorial. So, Lune is our elemental mage. She generates elemental strains, also shown over here on the right, probably going to show up. Yeah, no, I'm not going to the hospital over something like that. So, in all of Lune's skills, she can generate strains, which can be used for higher priority and more powerful skills. So she can generate ice, fire, lightning, earth, and light. Lights can be used in place of others. There's multiple builds that do in fact use light as well as specific elementals. However, I'll show you the main skills after with Lune that use all of the strains. Lightning only. Honestly, that's valid. Because I don't believe there's many enemies that actually absorb lightning. So I could do a lightning only challenge. It just makes it extremely difficult to use her ultimate elemental ability, which I'll show after this. Well, I'm not going to physically use it because I don't have access to it. So, right now, the only ones we have... Shut up, tutorial. The only ones we have are Immolation and Ice Lance. Ice Lance generates ice, and Immolation generates fire. Notice how it has consumed for increased damage. So, this combo would be Ice Lance into Immolation, which would consume that one ice that was generated to increase the damage.
Ice shatter.
I know you like watching me struggle. It's painful sometimes. It's very But honestly, in my original PlayStation, run, I was actually using lightning for a good portion of Act 1 and half of Act 2. So, it's fine. Oh, come on! I was about to get that parry anyway. No chocobo races. There's no chocobo races. There's something way worse. And now, because of the tutorial, we follow it and we use immolation, which burns it, and the creature by itself on its turn, when it has the burn status, will take a portion of damage. Due to the tutorial, I'm going to snap my fingers and this thing's going to die. Just like that. It died because of me snapping my fingers through the screen. But in reality, it actually died because of the burn status. Now we're probably about to get the tutorial for Pictos.
We did it, Gustav.
We did it! Yay!
Let's see if your invention lives up to its reputation. It really worked.
Oh my god, it worked!
Dead yet.
Yeah.
Come on. There might be other survivors at the Indigo Tree.
Yep, here's our Pictos tutorial. Oh, for God's sakes. So, mainly out of these Pictos, what we're looking for are the passive effects. So, you can see we get, for Dodger, we get speed, critical rate, and it has a level. The level goes up after we do specific things on the overworld, fight specific monsters, purchase them in shops, etc., etc. So, yeah, whatever, okay. So, for all of these Pictos, in order to master them, they're pretty universal, we'll go ahead and say. So, one person equips them to gain the bonus effects, whereas everyone after it's been mastered can use their Luminous to equip the passive effect, which is gain 1 AP on a perfect dodge once per turn. Alright, let me change a setting real quick. Let me just do that. Let me try that. I'm just trying to make this a little smoother by messing around with it. Yes. Alright, there we go, that should do it. Good to know there's nothing over there. I never explored over there in my other files. Good to know there's nothing. Yeah, I know it doesn't affect battles. So we're gonna play with Lune for a little bit. Oh, that's right. I wanted to... Can I access it from here? No, I can't. I gotta hit a flag. So, once we hit a flag, I will pull up skills. Which there should be a flag right here. So, now we're going to go through the level up tutorial, where we gain 1 skill point, 3 ability attribute points per level. Those we can spend however we want. I don't believe we actually have any right now. No, we do. We have 3 apiece. So, these dictate your stats. Each one has specific stats that they work for, and specific level ups that they work better for. So the specific level ups work with our weapons. So you see there's a C scaling in vitality. That's due to Gustav's weapon. It doesn't dictate how we can build right now, only because we're at such a low level. Later on in the game, we'll obtain more weapons that have split scaling that allow our stats to give us better stats and a better stat spread for everything. So for right now, I'm going to dump into luck for Lune, and I'm just going to do agility for Gustav. Make him a little faster, make him a little tankier. It's not going to really matter too much right now. So right here is our skill tree. So we've got a lot of skills that are locked, can't use them, can't even know what they are. So currently the abilities that we can get cost 1, 2, 6, and 10 skill points. So for each level up, we get 1 skill point. Those skill points can be used to purchase these abilities. So powerful allows us to do more damage. Mark shot, just single target damage applies mark, which allows the next hit to do increased damage as well as automatically critically hit. From fire is a heal if the target is burning, otherwise it's just, here's 3 hits of medium single target damage. Recovery, here is your 50% heal and get rid of status effects. It can also give you the potential for more charges towards your overcharge. Here we have Shatter. This is a bread and butter ability for Gustav. It does high lightning damage to all enemies, hits 1 time, can break, and if the target is broken, it fully charges overcharge. And then his better ability, Strike Storm. Very high single target damage, hits 6 times, critical hits generate 2 additional charges to your overcharge. So, crit builds if you're going Strike Storm. Yes, crit life. We can actually dictate how much crit that we get because of our stats. Now, in comes Lune with a massive crit build. Now, this right here, Elemental Genesis. That is her bread and butter ultimate ability. Deals extreme damage to all enemies 8 times. Each hit deals random elemental damage. However, you can only cast it if you have stains or strains of all the elements. So you need all 4 elements. This is where crit builds come in, because she gets an ability called Elemental Trick. It deals low single target ice, fire, lightning, and earth. However, critical hits generate the corresponding strain, which means if you get lucky enough to crit with all 4 of them, you can just pop Elemental Genesis whenever you have the AP, which means you just nuked the entire party. So that is a Lune crit build. Exactly. She is a Lulu. And if you're not running these, your next best is going to be Mayhem. So Mayhem just consumes all your strains and deals that elemental damage to 1 enemy. So in a lightning build, you'll take Thunderfall, Electrify, Lightning Dance, and Stormcaller. That will give you all. It'll give you all lightning. And then you want to dump Mayhem, which is going to dump all of those lightning charges onto a single enemy. It's also the same with Wildfire, Fire Rage, Hell, Earth Rising, Rock Slide, Crucial Crush, and Terraquake, as well as your ices, which is Thermal Transfer, Crippling Tsunami, and Typhoon. So Mayhem is just kind of the elemental, it's kind of the precursor to Elemental Genesis, because it allows you to just take whatever you have and dump it. And then we have our healing skills. We've got Healing Light, Rebirth, and Revitalization. Revitalization is party-wide. Rebirth is a single enemy, gives you a full heal, or not a full heal, but it revives you. And then Healing Light is your early game heal that generates all of these generate your light skills. However, as you can see, we have consumes 2 light, costs 0 AP to cast. Or no, that's not light. That is earth. So if we want to cast Healing Light for free, we need 2 Earth Strains, which would come from Earth Rising. If we want Rebirth to be free, we need 3 Lightning. That's 3 Lightning charges. 3 Lightning Strains, I'm sorry, to cast Rebirth for free. And then for Revitalization, if we consume 3 Fire, it just gives regen for 3 turns on allies. So there's a wide variety that you can do with your builds. In the end, I'm probably gonna master all of this anyway. And as for Gustav, we don't know what the locked abilities are, so the only thing we can really do, at least that I see myself doing, is Mark Shot from Fire, Recovery, and Strike Storm. Or, since you want me to do Lightning, because fuck you, it's Marking Shot from Fire, Recovery to Shatter. So, all in all though, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gustav needs to be level 11 before we can get all 4 of these abilities. And Lune, if we want to get her Elemental Genesis, or Stormcaller at most, she needs to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15. She needs to be level 16 before we can get Stormcaller. And 10, 14, 18, 19, level 20 before we can get her Elemental Genesis. So, most of the builds will not fully flush out until Act 2 or Act 3. However, we can still dictate where our attributes go. You're right, you're right. Now, the fun part about the game is the quote-unquote random encounters. So, here we go. Tutorial on it. First strike. You want to hit them first, otherwise they're going to go first. So, what's up, buddy? I'm going to smack him. We're going to go into combat. Cue the amazing battle music. And now, like before, we're gonna blow out their weak points to do extra damage to them. And then we're gonna beat them to death. So now, this right here is pretty unique depending on equipment. So attack, see how it has the burn symbol next to it? It's actually going to do fire damage with a potential to burn. Not a very high potential to burn, but it can happen. Well, it ain't happening now. Exactly, French Square Enix Pro card. Ow. That's gonna happen a lot. I'm gonna miss a lot of parries.
I'm ready.
Especially this one. Yep. So, no, if you take a notice on Dodger, notice how it has that one blinking line. That one blinking line means we are 1 out of 4 combats into mastering that Pictos. So once mastered, everybody can equip the Pictos. The Pictos' passive effect. And that right there, we actually just picked up a weapon for Gustav. So now his base weapon, like I mentioned before in the stats, has a C scaling in vitality. This new one, Lancerum, has a C in vitality as well as a D in agility, along with a stronger power than 32, because it's just significantly better and, in my opinion, looks better. Meanwhile, she's got a little floaty satellite straight out of Destiny that does not talk, thank God. So we're going to equip the Lancerum. Haha, didn't catch it. Oops, didn't want that. And the fun part, I guess you can say, of the game is its ability to grind. So we're going to rest, and then we're going to go right back the way we came to see the enemy respawn. And we're going to kill it again. Yep. The proper grind we're gonna do significantly later. Involves those enemies that we saw in that cutscene. So, if you were here for the cutscene, which I'm fairly certain you were, the enemies that we want to fight, the Nevrons that we want to fight, in order to get a significantly powerful weapon decently early in the game, as well as we're going to level to at least level 40 as soon as we kill them, is those hand Nevrons. The ones that murked most of our expedition after the man with the cane did whatever the hell he did, which is also nuke the other half of the expedition. So, in order to get the weapon, we have to go down to what's known as the Dark Coast. And in the Dark Coast are those Nevrons. They're the only enemies there, and they are endgame grind level. So, I believe in my other PC game, I grinded to level 70, and they were still extremely dangerous. So as something else we'll go over when we get to the overworld is each area has a circular entrance. It's basically just pinpointing where it is. Now each one of them has colors. So blue means you're too strong for it. Yellow means it's going to be a challenge, and red means you're going to die.
Let us stain them.
No, regular boss. Or regular Nevron enemies. not super boss. The super bosses come significantly later. Spin kick. Yep. So the joys of being able to actually respawn the enemies on top of the grind, you can actually learn their attack patterns. Like I just fucked that one up. So one of the best things about this game is being able to not only grind, but you can also learn the enemy's moveset to be able to dodge or parry more effectively. So we just got to level up for Gustav, so we're going to dump a little bit more into agility. And now that we have scaling and vitality, we're going to go ahead and cut our loss and add half of the skill points that we got from our 2 level ups into vitality. As for Lune, fuck her, she gets more luck. Because for her, we want crits. We want to crit more often, and we want to crit all the time. So, at least for right now, until we get a stronger weapon for her, we want to dump into luck. As for Gustav, we want to dump into agility and vitality right now. And what do we got? I can get marking shot. So we'll get marking shot for him, and for her, we've got 1. We're almost on 2. So I will unlock Thunderfall for right now. It's gonna cost 5 AP to use it though. So the odds of being able to use it right out of the gate are pretty low. However, we're going to get that level up, and we're going to get Healing Light, and then we're going to move on. Because there's stronger Nevrons and more to grind against. Oh, yep, there's our 5. Hey! Look at that, I got the parry. And right there, we got Lumina learned. So, with that, what we can do from our main screen, so Gustav already has it equipped. He has the bonuses equipped from it. He gets the extra speed and crit rate. So now Lune can equip it. Didn't want wardrobe, but okay. Where are you? Why is it not letting me go in there? Oh, I know why. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to equip the passive ability of dodging. Yeah, okay. Filter, whatever. We'll do that when we'll use that ability when we have more Pictos to worry about. So gain 1 AP on perfect dodge once per turn. There we go. She now has it equipped. Meanwhile, Gustav gets it for free because he unlocked it, he has it equipped. As for the abilities, they kind of just automatically equip themselves when you unlock them to a total of 6. So, we'll figure that out when the time comes. As for that, we're just going to explore a tiny bit.
We can
collect some crap. And move on. Fairly certain a Nevron just dropped into the area, but I wanted to go up here.
This'll be
Break these because they're in my way. enemies we fight. As for the super bosses, I believe there's 3 in the overworld, and they are terrifying. Popped it.
Let the ink flow. I'll do it.
And done. Chroma Catalyst. We don't have access to camp as of yet. However, we can use those to upgrade our weapons to a certain point.
Is that a house?
Looks abandoned.
Collect
Well, that will help.
So for pickups in the world, typically white
The
is
indigo
for
tree is not too
chroma,
far from
which is
here.
your money.
If anyone else made it, they'll regroup there.
Shut up, Luna.
Yeah.
Purple is for your catalysts. Red is typically a weapon or an outfit. And it kind of just indicates the rarity. Sir, there's no need to get racist in here. Why you gotta be racist? Huh? Yeah. Catalyst.
An advantage.
No, that's an energy tint. That's not racist. I don't see anything wrong with that one. That wasn't racist. That was just genocidal,
Interesting.
I think is the correct word I'm looking for there. A bit on the genocide-y side. Genetics we're talking. Oh yeah, I'm sure. God dang Austrian.
Here we are, huh?
Yeah. The continent. The indigo tree's over there.
Yes, and the monolith is all the way over there. I'd like to go there. Whoop. By the way, there's no fall damage. We can literally fall from any
can use
height and roll it off like it didn't happen. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ? Because I'd like to talk to you about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And by that, I mean, Jesus Christ, you're going to die. Now, see, the floaty ability is only for Lune.
Nice.
As for Gustav, he runs. There's also a significantly stronger enemy in this area that we are, in fact, going to fight as soon as we level up a tiny bit more. Wasn't for him, that was for her. He's got one, she's got one. Let me learn Healing Light. And then next time we will learn Electrify. Hello, sir! Thank you for losing almost all of your HP right there. And we're gonna lightning shot it. So, right there already tells you what I told you about Mark. It increases the next damage by 50%, and it has a higher chance of crit. So, can't use Thunderfall because it requires 5. So, we're just gonna kick it. And kick it really hard. that was just an insanely hard kick. Alright, let's go collect this.
We can use that.
The color of Lumina, which gives us, ironically, more Lumina. That's a big thing that I'm thankful that we don't have to fight. It's literally just embedded in the rock. However, we are on the prowl for the next really big enemy. It's around here somewhere. Oh, okay. I guess we'll just walk into a cutscene. Oh, these things. So these things are wild. So these are smaller, technically airborne enemies. I'm surprised I got that. Alright, so anyway, right there, we got our flying enemies. They evade most attacks or skills. Best way to kill them is to shoot them or counter them. So, we're gonna shoot it. There goes its weak spot for 14. And for some reason, everything after the weak point does significantly more damage to it. But, now we're just gonna shoot it to death. No. No one has access to a blitzball in this game. Where is it? It's over here somewhere. There it is. So, here is what's known as... Oh, okay, it's seen me. So this is what's known as a chromatic Nevron. Chromatic Nevrons have higher stats, higher health. They're just an overall stronger Nevron. So there's different levels of our Nevrons. So we got our normal Nevrons, then we have our chromatics, then we have our boss and super boss level. Chromatics are slightly higher stats than the normal Nevrons and have more varied movesets. So this one will probably wipe
This
me,
one
I'm
looks
not gonna lie
dangerous.
to you. But it is protecting something. So, we're gonna try anyway. As you can tell, it is a Lanceler, which is something that we've already got experience fighting. So we're gonna blow out its weak spot, and we're gonna try to kill it. Luna is got 4, so we're just gonna kick. Now, notice right there, it has a different moveset than the previous one. The last Lancier, no. I didn't get one because there was only one. I didn't need to worry about it. As for this one can kill us in one combo. So parrying this one is pretty high on the list. It should be very high on the list to parry it.
Take him down.
Ready
If
to
not
evade.
parry, at least dodge. Not good to know I wasted that mark. I did not want to waste that mark. It's fine. We're gonna Thunderfall the crap out of it. So now for Thunderfall, the reason why it's not really a recommended ability that I'd like to use is because it hits random enemies 2 to 6 times. So since there's only one, it could theoretically hit it for 6 times. It could also hit it twice. It's still going to do damage anyway. So we're going to see how many times it hits. Hey, look
Ready
at
to
that. It
evade.
actually hit all 6 times. And thank you. Thank you, game. So that's what happens when this thing makes contact with us, it's going to kill us. So we're gonna bring
Sorry, I
Lune back,
failed.
and we're gonna try again. And there she goes again. So we're gonna take the easy path, and we're gonna attempt dodging it, and fail miserably. So, thankfully, since the game autosaves quite often, all it's going to do is put us back to a point just before we decided that we were going to fight that. So, we're not losing anything. We don't have to save. This game is perfect for me because I forget to save all the goddamn time in any kind of RPG. So, it actually put us back quite literally right before it. No, I'm not restarting on death.
This one looks dangerous.
I am not doing that. Restarting on death is not a thing. I am not skilled enough to do that. There might be people who can. I am not one of them.
Take him down.
The storm is coming. Feel the fur.
Get ready.
Let's see if I can do this. Got it. One day, maybe.
Brace yourselves.
Okay. So, I'm actually going to go over how the parry mechanic works. So, the parry mechanic, it works when you obviously parry the attack. However, there are certain cues. And if you're paying attention, you can actually listen for the cue. That's what you're supposed to do for it. So the cue was that tiny little whiz. That's what you want to aim for to get the parry for that combo. Take a listen. Notice how I fucked up on the second one and didn't get the parry because I missed that. I missed that whiz. It's very quick. And I missed it by a small hair that time. And that time I actually got it, however the lag from the game actually killed me. So the biggest difference between playing on console and playing on PC is obviously the latency. And the latency likes to not give you a parry. I have learned that multiple times. So, actually, oh no, we don't have a flag nearby. I think there's a shortcut around here somewhere. No, okay.
This one
So,
looks dangerous.
we're just gonna do it again. Quite literally, this game is all about learning the parrying timing or dodging if you feel you can't get the parry. Yeah, getting better doesn't usually apply in this situation when I have really bad latency. It's really just, can I do it? That's really what it comes down to. Can I beat the latency? The answer that time is yes. Hell yeah, we got an overcharge ready. it. Let's go. We just overcharged.
For those who come after.
Yeah, I just blew my load all over it. Look at that. We got a Pictos augmented attack and our Lance Room leveled up, as well as 2 Catalyst and 5 Color of Lumina. So that's the whole thing. That's the whole reason you want to go after these chromatics. They give you automatically catalysts to level up your weapons, as well as minimum 5 Color of Lumina. There are stronger ones that can give you 10, 7, and any number in between as drop rates. However, what we really wanted right now was that Pictos for augmented attack and the Lance Room level up. Yep, it is very risk to reward. So, with our new augmented attack, we're going to equip it to Gustav, because Gustav can take better advantage of not only the defense and speed, but he also takes more advantage of the 50% increased base attack damage. So, he's going to gain increased base attack damage, which is just his normal attack, as well as his defense going up by 8 points, and his speed going up significantly more. Now, Lune could benefit from it for the defense, however, we're not really in a position to build her for base attacks. Mainly because she needs AP generation, which, yes, it does come from base attacks. However, there are stronger Pictos that we can get for AP charge for her. Anyway, another thing that we wanted was the Lance Room. Now look at that beautiful power. Look at that beautiful power compared to that. And that's a single level up on the Lance Room. Now, the weapon we're going to be going for later is called Corpesso, which does innate fire, and its base power, because since it's such a high end game level area, the weapon itself comes at base level 21. So its attack, its power is 1,203. So it's a significantly stronger weapon for most of the game, and it's used in stronger late game builds that involve burn and light, as well as its additional bonus effects. However, we are in no position right now to get that weapon.
An advantage.
So we're gonna get the chroma that thing was protecting, the whole 180 of it, and we're gonna move on, because that was the biggest quote-unquote threat in this area outside of the actual boss.
Blue trees.
Something's disrupting the chroma around here. Be careful.
I think the ledge is right here that I want. Yeah.
Interesting.
Boom. Thanks for the 720. And let me back up the wall. Alright, I do believe there is no other easy way back, so we're not really going to grind in this area. All we're going to do is kill and move on until we hit the next one. Ooh, would you look at that? We've got one of each enemy from the area. So, we're going to use Gustav. And 1, 3, 4. Now I'll just show you what happens. So, this is one of those flying units. probably not going to get lucky. But we could get lucky. We did not.
Chroma's flowing.
So, what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to kill it. And we're going to move on with our lives. Okay. I do get lucky with you all the time. Stop you. And then, just for the overkill reason, we're gonna Thunderfall you. Also for the swag. Perfect. Killed it. And we're gonna
An
grab
advantage.
our chroma and move on. That it was protecting our whole 180 chroma. Now, when we get to camp, or when we get to a trader that we can actually use our chroma at, we're gonna go through a lot of it. So you're gonna see that these 180
Someone came
drops
here before and set up these handholds.
are useless.
Probably Expedition 69. The Climbers Expedition.
69.
Let us thank them for that.
Thank you, Expedition 69. Thank you for existing. Aha! And there's our next flag. As well as a specific thing that we can do with this game. They're called White Nevrons. Now, the biggest difference between
Something's wrong with it.
White Nevrons and
Why isn't it
regular
attacking
Nevrons,
us?
the white ones don't
Wow.
attack us.
It certainly attacked them.
They actually give us quests. Well, mini quests in the area.
An expedition journal.
Honestly, that gets
81.
explained way later in the game as to why they're white Nevrons. It's explained way later, and
Learn from
I'm
the ones
not
who came
going to
before.
explain that right now because those
And
are
they betrayal.
massive spoilers.
The ones you come after.
But for right now, we'll just call them peaceful guys. We'll call them little babies. And this, I don't know why it's loading.
Expedition 81, Renee.
There's
Huge
normally supposed to be
discovery.
text
This-
right there in the middle. I just think it didn't load properly. I will try to pull it up after this.
They communicated with a Nevron.
The dead here don't disappear like in Lumia. Their chroma stays
Oh, yeah.
inside their bodies.
There's definitely a reason.
On the beach.
It's just that reason
Some did
doesn't get
disappear.
explained until
He wasn't a
Act
Nevron.
3. And honestly,
Something
tonight,
about the way
we're gonna
Nevrons
clear Act
kill
1.
Seems to affect our
Reason
chroma.
being, fuck.
Perhaps your friend here can enlighten us.
The last boss of Act 1 is honestly just mechanic heavy and a fucking
It really does
nightmare.
speak.
I hate fighting it. It's
do you
Seymour levels
mean,
of
light?
hatred, but it's
Did you
but it's
kill
not
these
a
people?
recurring enemy. It's just irritating like Seymour from Final Fantasy X.
Painted. By the painters? If we bring it light, perhaps we can learn more.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Perhaps we can learn more. So it does.
Grandma explicitly said she doesn't want pizza, so
Makes sense. Makes sense.
I chose to make cheeseburger combo. Oh, here's your
Sir, you just pointed to the Cajun shrimp and the calamari.
Here somewhere? Maybe it's on the back.
Chicken.
Back.
Yeah, it's on the back.
There's
Uh, here. Here. Skip. Nick. Here. I'll take the... That was Nick. I will take the same thing you have with no onions.
I'm just getting lettuce, bacon, and cheese.
Okay. Just add a fried egg to mine. Yeah, Nick's been back, actually. Nick's been back for a little while, I think. I think just after we came back from Hawaii, I think is when he came back. There we go. So now we've got our text. I honestly thought I told you the last time. I thought I've told you a couple of times, at least on stream, because he comes in a couple times. We actually bond over Honkai Star Rail and Yu-Gi-Oh. Which, by the way, when are you playing Honkai Star Rail?
When the fuck are you playing?
How dare you? How dare you?
Expedition 81,
No, I
Lene.
completely understand.
Huge
It's
discovery.
because of it's because it is a gacha game, and I know how you are with gachas. You're the same as me. I only choose one gacha to play, and it's for a very good reason. Anyway, getting back into it. This is our friendly little friend. He wants light. We're gonna give him light. Oh yeah, 100%. I know you would. That's why I personally set a limit of for just characters as a whole, like that I just as a whole, typically about 200 to 300. And if it's characters I really want, 5 to 8, and that's it. I'll do it the one time, and that's it. And I know already what you're gonna say, but it's the hard limit I've set for myself. I do not go above that limit. All right, so when I tell her about it, so she can get it ready. So that way we have it, which is why I let her know when the banners loop. The banners in Honkai Star Rail typically loop every 20 to 25 days. And typically it's the 8 only comes out when it's characters that I really want to get. Like ones that I want to get at least 2 Eidolons for. And so far those have just been Acheron and Aglaya. So far those are the only 2 characters that I've actually spent that much money on. Everyone else just so happens to be like E2 to E4, somewhere around there. Exactly. Not bad at all. I have every 5-star in every 5-star character in the game. I am very picky and choosy about their light cones because is this going to be a character that I can use, or is this a character I'm going to use constantly, or is this a character that I'm going to use situationally? If it's a character I'm going to use constantly, I'm going to get their light cone. If not, fuck them. I'll find something for them. And I've already let her know for July, because July is Fate Stay Night collab event, which is the only time that event is coming around. It's a free 5-star archer. and Saber that you have to pull for. These banners are going to start fresh with 0 pity, and they're going to release alongside the current banners. And the normal banners are going to have their 20 to 25 days. Exactly. Cannot miss her. You can't miss them because they're never going to come back. Which is why I've let her know I'm going to spend a lot of money on that on those banners. Because not only is it Saber, it's highly missable character, Light Cones. And then the character that's coming out is one that I want to E6. I'm not holding my breath for it. I'm not holding my breath for it at all. I'll send you the information for that off stream. But anyway, getting back to it. So, we have skill points available. We have more abilities or more stats that can be increased. No, actually, because 2 separate banners. The Saber banner is going to be separate from the Saber Lightcone banner, which is separate from the Archer banner, which is separate from the Archer Lightcone banner, which is separate from the Finon banner, which is separate from the Finon Lightcone banner, which is separate from whatever character they decide to launch alongside it. And the Lightcone that launches separate from that. So it's all separate banners. Exactly. So, with our 3 stat points, now that we have a weapon that has more of a stat spread, we have our C scaling and vitality. So now it's going to show us 2 stats that we can increase. So over here in the gold, we have health and attack power. They're going to increase if I put into vitality. And down here for agility, right here on the 3, we have 1, 2, 3. So it's going to put into 3 stats. Notice the attack power doesn't go up. It is what it is. The only way to really get stats out of that is to put into might. However, the weapon itself doesn't have any scaling. It's just, here's what dictates your attack power. So, we're going to make Gustav a little speedier by dumping all of our current points into agility. We're going to make him a speedy boy. And then for Lune, we're going to continue with the luck dump, because speed, crit rate. And I think after that, we're going to put a little bit into vitality. Vitality isn't a final team setup. Yes, we do. We do know the final team setup. One of the characters we already know about, her name is Mael. We know that she exists. She's out there somewhere in the world. We're actually trying to find her right now. And we'll give Electrify, which means next we have to hit... we need level 10 in order to get Lightning Dance. Oh, good God. So one of the characters that we're going to end up using is Mael. Another one that we can potentially use is Lune. And there's 3 other characters that we're going to acquire. and they can be interchangeable. However, there's one that I'm going to use for a majority of the game because of his we're gonna call them weird ass abilities.
Flares!
We'll
Survivors.
ooh, flares.
Hurry!
Ma'am, that's not flare, that's fire. Anyway, we're on the lookout for fire, ironically, which, if I recall correctly, should be right down here. Nope, that's a color of Lumina.
Interesting.
I'm just gonna get into combat real quick. Just gonna kill everything around here. We're looking for flint. They did it the last time. Fucking. Alright. I don't want to have to do that, but I will. Fucking assholes. Did it last time. Honestly, if they remake Legend of Dragoon, it's gonna be legendary. I'd love to see them redo Legend of Dragoon.
Thunder.
Oh crap. Get ready. Okay. So their spells are easy. Ping! Spells are easy to dodge. I was just stupid to see it coming. So these enemies actually dropped a weapon for Lune. And it's a fire one with defense and agility. So it's not going to be one that we're going to use very often. However, we are going to use it because it has fire elemental on it. Now this right here is something that's going to come into play significantly later. Exactly. People still like turn-based RPG games. They just don't realize it because it's so few and far between that they actually come out. So the reason why I love this game is because it's very reminiscent of Final Fantasy and Persona with a dodge parry mechanic. It's quite literally Final Fantasy meets Persona with a dodge parry mechanic. That's the best way to put this game. Now, as for what's going on here with the lighter rim weapon, we have level abilities. Thank you. So these level abilities unlock when the weapon itself hits that specific level. Yes, I'm very obsessed with it. So these level abilities at that certain level for said weapon will give us those skills on it. So at level 4 for the lighter rim, we'll get fire skills cost 1 less AP. At level 10, we get 20% fire damage increase. And at level 20, we start battle with a single ice strain, which is caused from a fire ability, typically. Or no, I'm sorry, the ice strains are used to increase the power of the fire abilities. So, overall, it's not too bad, but at the same time, it's going to be very easily eclipsed by other items, other weapons that we're going to get later on. So, we're going to continue wandering around trying to find our flint, which should be fairly nearby. We're also going to learn how to parry. I mean, we can easily get it to 20. It's just there's some weapons that you want to get to 20, and there's others that you don't want to get to 20, just because they're going to be a waste of resources. I didn't even hit the big spot. And a good amount of weapons in the beginning. Oh yeah, wait. We got a flyer. We got flyers. A good amount of weapons in the beginning of the game will not translate well into the end game. I mean, the definition of ultimate weapon in this game is pretty vague because of being able to do so much.
This will be useful.
So each weapon has its own niche, each weapon has its own style build that it works with, each weapon has its own skills that it works with, as well as specific pictos that they work well with. So each weapon can technically be considered an ultimate weapon, and each weapon can be considered a not ultimate weapon as well. As for what the strongest weapons are, there's a couple of those. One of which happens to be the Corpesso that we're going to work towards getting. Another one is for Mael. We can actually get it very early in the game. And that one is 100% considered Mael's strongest weapon, as well as her ultimate weapon. As for the levels, the grinding is very painful for getting the required items to be able to upgrade it. So the grind can be unnecessarily long at certain points. So there is something I'm going to use to increase drop rates. I'm not going to use it very often, and but I am going to use it. So breaking damage limits comes at the end of, I think it's Act 2. Breaking damage limits comes at the end of Act 2, and ultimate weapons. See, Mael's comes in Act 1 that we can get it easily. We can also get it extremely difficult at the end, towards like after the fact, if we don't get it at that point.
The storm is coming.
You know what? I'm just gonna look this up. There's Alright, so it's not so much an ultimate weapon, it's more as the best weapons. So, for Gustav, it is the Lansrum, which is what we're currently using. For Lune, this is one that we're going to get not super late into Act 1, but it's one that we're going to get in Act 1. It's called the Trebuchem. There's also the Snowim, which is obtained later in Act 1. However, we can get it in Act 1, but it's extremely difficult to get it in Act 1 because of the area that it's in. So the area the Snow Rim is in is called Frozen Hearts. Completely optional area, you don't need to go to it. It's used to build Lune as a party healer / reviver, and it's obtained from an enemy called a Gargant, which is extremely high level, extremely difficult monster. Frozen Hearts is going to be a red area until we hit, I think it's level 60 or 70. So it's a very difficult area, and the boss is extremely powerful. It's very defensive. It changes forms and hits the party for massive damage. Mael's is called Medallum, which we're gonna get that one very shortly. Another one is called Yarum and Lithum. For another character, one is called Charnon and Tisseron. And for another character we'll get, it's called Bolaro, which provides AP and upgraded skills. And then Joyaro, which it's an overall extremely powerful weapon that when you see how the character plays will work amazingly with him. So I'll go over that one. Okay, no worries. I will go over what the Joyaro does for that character when we unlock that character. As for the last character, we have the Lancerum. We have Contorso. Yeah, the Contorso is a completely different weapon than what I was originally thinking of. We have the Simoso, as well as the Corpesso. So it's all fairly subjective as to what the best weapons are, but it's all really about what you want to do for your character's build. Because every character has a different type of build that they work best with, and it's really just how do you want to run your characters? What do you feel is the best way to run your characters? Anyway, we'll get back to finding some pigment for our white boy. Now we're gonna learn how to parry that very specific skill. That very specific skill that these things are casting spells for is going to come in very handy against the boss of this area. Because it's going to spam that. And it's probably the single easiest thing to counter parry. And if need be, I will just dodge it. But I don't like to dodge. There we go. We got the resin. We're gonna go back to our friend. I don't think this is the right way. Actually, we'll just fast travel to abandoned expeditioner camp, and we will give it the resin there. Okay. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Hello, friend. Shine. I need to shine. Did you bring me my light? Soon I shall shine. Alright. We've given it to him. And now we just gotta shoot it. Yay, it's shining! We've given him light. We have given our big boy light. For the future, shrouded in darkness. Tell me more, sir. Oh no! The light went out. nevrons to have more light.
What did it mean by light? Let's keep an eye out for other Nevrons like this one. We might learn something.
So, this specific type of Nevron, the white Nevrons, are little mini side quests that give us additional bonuses. So, as you can see, it gave me a healing tint. That healing tint I can use in combat to heal. So, each Nevron, each one of the white Nevrons gives very, very specific things that they do. So that one, well, no, I'm sorry, they don't do specific things. They help you with a quest for later on in the game. And this quest nets you, at the end of it, it nets you over 100 Color of Lumina at one time. Which means if you wanted to just throw it at a single character and dump it down their throat, that is 100 Lumina points to be able to equip skills. Which is absolutely dangerous. So, since we have Lune with something that she can actually use, we will refund some of her points, and we will dump approximately half into agility and the other half into luck. Now, because it's 15, and I believe in dumping only the even numbers into it, we're going to split it into 6 and 9. As for learning skills, Gustav needs one more level in order to learn Recovery. And then he needs another 6 to learn Shatter. As for Lune, we've got roughly about what we want for her. Especially if we're doing lightning like you wanted. The next level we're going to get for her is going to be Lightning Dance. Which, believe it or not, actually, it consumes earth, ice, and fire to do greatly increased damage. We're not going to worry about that. We're going to worry about building her for crits, so that way she can trigger additional hits. So that's also where the Trebuchet comes in, because it will automatically generate random strains depending on the level that it is. It's going to generate more strains for her to be able to use. They're completely random, so if we really wanted to, we could have her just free aim until she gets one of everything, get her AP back up, and then launch an Elemental Genesis. It is entirely possible, and I have done it. It is hysterical. Anyway, we are going to...
We can use that.
Heck yeah. So, we're actually going to give this one to our baby girl Lune, because speed and crit rate, as well as a 20% chance to burn on free aim shots. So, what we're really going to use that for is the speed and crit rate. So, we just want to make her faster, and the 20% chance of a burn, it's good. However, we're not looking at burn builds right now. Burn builds are going to come later on in the game when we get to the Frozen Hearts area and actually get everything that we need for characters with burn builds. Now, burn builds are absolutely disgusting, and I love them so much. Or, okay, I guess not. I guess I just won't carry it. It's fine. Okay. Oh, I missed. Okay. So this is what happens when you don't get the first attack. They get the first attack. Which can prove very fatal to both you and them, as was just shown off. So, if they do manage to hit you first and go first, they have the potential to completely wipe your party out. At the same time, you have the chance to completely wipe them out. All depending on your parry and dodge skills. Ping! Alrighty. Now we're going to go up here and rest because we are getting ready for a boss fight. Speaking of boss fight,
Leo!
well, he's not an ally.
Fuck. It's big. Fall
Oh yeah,
back.
by the way, they use bad words.
Putain de merde.
They use very bad words in this game.
Brace yourselves.
Okay, thanks latency. So, anyway, this one has an interesting mechanic, which is getting explained here. Shields. Now these completely block one hit. However, since this thing has a weak spot that's very glaringly open to the world, we're gonna break two of them in one shot. And then we're gonna take care of the last one and still do some damage as well as charge our overcharge with Lumiere Assault.
Let us stain them.
And now we're ready to light it on. Electrocute it. Let's see if I can get it this time. Got it. Oh yeah? Feels threatened? I wonder why. I wonder why you feel threatened right now. I'm gonna make you feel threatened. Nah. Let's give it a burn, shall we? There we go. Oh no. I didn't want that. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Never mind, it's not fine. It's not very fine anymore.
Feel the burn.
Please. Oh no. Oh, I whipped. I whipped that so hard.
Take cover.
It's not gonna break it. However, it is on fire. So what I can do is get a heal. There we go, that's what I wanted. Oh, come on.
Chroma is flowing.
This game loves to do that to me. Wait a minute, no. I want electrified.
Thunder!
That's why I want electrified. Alright, let's try this again.
I'll do it.
Damn it.
Careful. He's building up Chroma.
That's irritating. That's really irritating. I was gonna overcharge it. A4 to overcharge it. Oh, that's so irritating. Got it. Perfect. Now I can break it.
For those who come after.
And there's the cinematic kill.
Ventress must fall.
So something like that will happen with certain bosses. They will, no matter what their HP, hitting zero, quote unquote zero, what will happen is it will result in a cinematic kill. There's one that's going to happen towards the end of Act 1, or no, towards the beginning of Act 2. That's just absolutely beautiful.
Celebrate later. There'll be others. We should be safe up in the tree.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. Putain, nobody.
Wait, there's a message on the wall. Took mile to the weird corals. Head north, look for a door inside a hut.
Oh, yeah.
This doesn't make sense. Who would have written this? It sounds like an expeditioner, but everyone knows to sign their messages.
Yeah, but they might have been in a hurry.
I don't know. Doesn't sound like anyone on the team. What if it's a trap? The man on the beach?
It's a lead. Our only lead. Whoever this is knows Mael. We have to go.
No. Not yet. Protocol is to regroup at the rally point and wait 3 days. This message feels off. If it was an
You feel
expeditioner,
off.
they would have stayed here. Everyone knows the protocol.
Right, but they may have been in danger. Maybe this location has been compromised. Things change in the field.
There's a reason.
Protocol doesn't cover
There's
every contingency.
There's
You
a
know
re-
that.
There's a reason it's protocol. We designed it to yield the optimal result in the vast majority of situations.
Was our entire team dying part of that optimal result?
Yep. It 100% was.
Look, I'm going after Maya. Protocol also states, never move solo. I'll let you choose which protocol to break.
Got you there. Okay. I think it's over this way. Yep. We got Catalyst.
We can use
Nope, empowering attack. So that's going to be really good for Gustav because we want basic attacks for him right now. So what it's going to do is it will give him powerful, which boosts his attacks. So combine that with our augmented attack for 50% base attack damage. Our first base attack is going to give us 50% increase as well as powerful. Now, powerful gives us, I want to say it's a 30% increase to damage, which means after our first base attack, we can technically do overcharge whenever it's full for an extra 30% damage output on top of what we already have. So it is a very useful ability and very worthwhile to obtain. There is a character that can apply powerful just on its own, and they can combine it with multiple other abilities that just make for a party-wide massive buff. And we will get that later. As for right now, what we're gonna do is continue moving forward. Sorry, I'm just looking into something real quick. There we go, that's what I want. I'm taking care of something for my CPFS. I am quote-unquote purchasing courses for my CPFS renewal. And I'm kind of just putting them on in the background whilst I play. There we go. Got another one. I want 12, I want all. Yeah. Alright. Alright, well, I will be right back because dinner is here now. So, I will put this into intermission and I am gonna go eat. I will see you shortly.
Don't recognize you, boy, you look confused. Shadows lurking in the dark. They're out to get you, want to control you. Don't lose yourself in the fog. Take a deep breath, hold on. Face the demons you fear till they're gone. Don't be fooled by their charm. It is time that you sound the alarm. You're bewitched by the devil's lullaby. Dance away in the dead of the night. Hear the voices humming in your mind. He will never let you out of sight. Devil's lullaby. Devil's lullaby. Falling for his lies, angel in disguise. Hear him calling out your name. Web of illusions, buried solutions. Fight the raging hurricane. Take a deep breath, hold on. Face the demons you fear till they're gone. be fooled by their charm. It is time that you sound the alarm. You're bewitched by the devil's lullaby. Dance away in the dead of the night. Hear the voices humming in your mind. He will never let you out of sight. You're bewitched by the devil's lullaby. Dance away in the dead of the night. Hear the voices humming in your mind. He will never let you out of sight. Don't recognize you, boy, you look confused. Shadows lurking in the dark. They're out to get you, want to control you. Don't lose yourself in the fog. Take a deep breath, hold on. Face the demons you fear till they're gone. Don't be fooled by their charm. It is time that you sound the alarm. You're bewitched by the devil's lullaby. Dance away in the dead of the night. Hear the voices humming in your mind. He will never let you out of sight. Devil's lullaby. Devil's lullaby. Falling for his lies, angel in disguise. Hear him calling out your name. Web of illusions, buried solutions. Fight the raging hurricane. Take a deep breath, hold on. Face the demons you fear till they're gone. Don't be fooled by their charm. It is time that you sound the alarm. You're bewitched by the devil's lullaby. Dance away in the dead of the night. Hear the voices humming in your mind. He will never let you out of sight. You're bewitched by the devil's lullaby. Dance away in the dead of the night. Hear the voices humming in your mind. He will never let you out of sight. Don't recognize you, boy, you look confused. Shadows lurking in the dark. They're out to get you, want to control you. Don't lose yourself in the fog. Take a deep breath, hold on. Face the demons you fear till they're gone. Don't be fooled by their charm. It is time that you sound the alarm. You're bewitched by the devil's lullaby. Dance away in the dead of the night. Hear the voices humming in your mind. He will never let you out of sight. a deep breath, hold on. Face the demons you fear till they're gone. Don't be fooled by their charm. It is time that you sound the alarm. You're bewitched by the devil's lullaby. Dance away in the dead of the night. Hear the voices humming in your mind. He will never let you out of sight. You're bewitched by the devil's lullaby. Dance away in the dead of the night. Hear the voices humming in your mind. He will never let you out of sight. Don't recognize you, boy, you look confused. Shadows lurking in the dark. They're out to get you, want to control you. Don't lose yourself in the fog. Take a deep breath, hold on. Face the demons you fear till they're gone. Don't be fooled by their charm. It is time that you sound the alarm. You're bewitched by the devil's lullaby. Dance away in the dead of the night. Hear the voices humming in your mind. He will never let you out of sight. Devil's lullaby. Devil's lullaby. Falling for his lies, angel in disguise. Hear him calling out your name. Web of illusions, buried solutions. Fight the raging hurricane. Take a deep breath, hold on. Face the demons you fear till they're gone. Don't be fooled by their charm. It is time that you sound the alarm. You're bewitched by the devil's lullaby. Dance away in the dead of the night. Hear the voices humming in your mind. He will never let you out of sight. You're bewitched by the devil's lullaby. Dance away in the dead of the night. Hear the voices humming in your mind. He will never let you out of sight. Don't recognize you, boy, you look confused. Shadows lurking in the dark. They're out to get you, want to control you. Don't lose yourself in the fog. Take a deep breath, hold on. Face the demons you fear till they're gone. Don't be fooled by their charm. It is time that you sound the alarm. You're bewitched by the devil's lullaby. Dance away in the dead of the night. Hear the voice
I'm probably going to immediately regret all of that because I restaurant ate as fast as humanly possible. So I'm probably going to regret that in, I don't know, 5 minutes. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, so we just finished murking the boss. We were looting the area. We're gonna be strippers for a moment. Whew. And we move on from this hellscape. Oh, excuse me. Come on, game, you're just loading an overworld, it's fine. We got music. There we go.
So, the message said head north to the weird corals.
And a door in a hut.
Alright, so this is the overworld. So we've got Nevrons chilling, we've got areas we can kind of explore, and we've got things that we can pick up. So, the first major note is we're going to kill these things. Pop. 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 Alright, let's get that powerful bonus. Beautiful. Get rid of Come at me. Ah, it's 25%. It's not 30, it's 25% buff. I mean, that's still a significant power
Let
boost.
the ink flow.
Heck yeah. Lighterem just leveled up. Alright. Let me pick this up.
This will be
So, the single biggest thing why I wanted to kill that is because every single time you see a group of Nevrons out here in the overworld, typically the very first time you slay them, they will be protecting a color of Lumina. And since we don't have camp unlocked yet, that's just something we need to worry about. That is a bad area, and we don't want to go in there yet. Oh. Sir. Sir. Thank you. Okay. No! I attacked the wrong thing. Okay. Well, it's fine. Bing! Oh, okay. Sweet. Get that level up. That was another group of Nevrons. Which means there might be some. There should be something over here. However, there was not. There was nothing over here. So, every once in a while, there's just a group of Nevrons that are just chilling. And they don't actually have anything. Oh, okay, here's our camping tutorial.
It's been a long day. We should make camp.
I'm fine. Let's keep going.
We won't find Mael if we're dead.
We activate this bridge. There's the weird coils. Alright. So, I'm gonna just run as close to here as I can. Awesome. And we'll just pitch camp. So now we're gonna get a couple we might get a couple tutorials in here. Nothing too bad.
I'm sorry about earlier. The beach was not your fault.
No,
Bullshit.
it was. I convinced Alan to land there.
So, we can rest a bit? But, the moon is bright. I want to keep moving.
Have you learned nothing from the beach?
No, I am not leaving Mael alone a minute longer than I have to.
But right now, it's just the two of us, and I don't want to bring Mael your corpse. We have to think every step through. The man on the beach, you saw what he did. But more than that, you saw his face. He must be what? 50? 60? Yet he survived the Gamage. We don't know who we're dealing with. We lost everyone in an instant.
Exactly! He killed us
We're
all so
dealing with an
easily,
old
he doesn't
man.
need to fake a message. Lucien. Lucien died to save me. And Tristan. Margot, they all... I am not letting Mael die out here. I'm taking her home.
What? No, no, no! We have a mission!
Oh, fuck the mission! Fuck the mission, Lune! What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do? We're gonna take down the Paintress, just the three of us?
Yep.
My gun and your sparks?
I didn't take you for a coward.
I'm not a coward.
You swore the oath. When one falls, we continue.
Yes, I know.
When one falls. When one falls. Not if, when. We knew not all of us would make it, but we continue. As long as even one of us stands, our fight is not over.
But I'm not afraid to fight, it's just Mael, she's...
Mael swore the same oath.
I know that!
She chose her life. You and I Come on, we always said the future of Lumiere is more important than
Any individual life, yes.
Do you still believe that? Do you still believe that? Do you?
What a pussy.
I hope I do.
What a puss. Ah.
Fuck the mission. Really?
Sorry.
Alrighty. So welcome to camp.
The main continent. Hard to believe we're finally here.
Yeah.
You're...
Good night, Gustav.
Well, fine. I didn't want to talk to you either. Alright, so normally we'd be able to upgrade our weapons. However, we don't have that unlocked. And there's also a little bonus thing that's going to unlock over here. Excuse me, later on. We also don't have that unlocked. Both of them will unlock in time. However, for right now, the only thing that we can do is upgrade attributes, learn skills, and chill at the campfire. That's all we got. Desiree, I will kick you. I don't have anything for you. Alright, let me unlock recovery. There's nothing there. I've already eaten it, Cesare. Jesus. Alright, we're getting closer for her to be able to learn lightning dance. Oh, Lord almighty. Why do I do this to myself? Anyway, let me stand in the fire. Write in my journal. Yes, you write about shit. You write about how dangerous everything is.
For those who come after.
Excuse me. Remember, current objective. Find my L. Go to sleep. Perfect. Anyway, let's go to the wet place. Flying Waters, where we actually come across quite the bothersome Nevrons. There's some really there's one in here called a Borgian. That's probably the single worst thing in a early game run. So I'm not gonna fight it right now. Only a cute little cephalopod.
'68. Elodie's expedition.
You know the commanders of every expedition.
Expedition 68. Their boat was blown into the air by a storm. Lumiere lost sight of it, but assumed they crashed on the continent.
And they survived. The storm, at least.
All right, let's keep moving. We found the weird corals. Mael must be close by.
Yeah, they survived a storm, all right. They didn't survive whatever the hell else happened to them. Alrighty. Let's go exploring. Aha. So this is called a paint cage. They contain rare loot. All you gotta do is break the locks on them. The locks look like this, and all you gotta do is shoot them with a palm blast. They're all typically around where the cage itself is. It's all just a matter of finding it. Where the hell are you? Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm dumb. So now these paint cages will typically have pictos. However, this
Interesting.
one has a chroma elixir, which gives us an extra use of chroma elixirs.
Interesting.
Just get randomly caught up on a
Wait.
rocket spawn.
Nevron. Looks like a different species.
Doesn't matter. They're between us and Mael.
Oh no. Oh good, I hit it. That almost went really badly. And these guys are very fast.
Chroma is flowing.
However,
Thunder! Ready to evade.
they are weak to lightning.
I'm ready.
Ooh, augmented attack is 7. Okay. So she's not going to be able to equip that anytime soon. Aha. Gotcha. got one parry off on it.
Let us stain them.
Damn it.
Lune, watch out!
Let the ink flow.
Lune, watch out!
Come on. God, its tail is so weak. I'm just whiffing it so much.
Ready to evade.
Thank you. My God. I was just whiffing that tail.
We can use that.
Marking shots. Let's go ahead and slap that on Lune. Oh yes, I forgot I can give her, forgot I had this. Cleansing tint. This way.
It's mine. Be careful.
Alright, these guys are kind of cute because they have one very glaring weakness. They have a bomb. And then they are considered blinding, so you just want to shoot them. They're a terrific enemy to come across. Alright, let's go, buddy. Pew. Pew. Got him. Thank you for finally leveling up, Lune.
Interesting.
How is that interesting? What? Oh, there's another one. Oh, okay.
Chroma is flowing. Get ready.
Well, okay. I was unable to respond to 2 of those hits.
We can use that.
Oh, there's a third one. Problem solved. Alright, I really need a flag. I could really use a flag.
Over there. A hut.
Oh, they got a flag.
Slow down. We don't know what's inside yet.
Yeah, I can do that. You mean the dog that's sniffing around me for food. Yeah, I'll take care of it. Alright, let's just dump a little into might. Because these non-upgrades for attack power is getting ridiculous at this point. So I'm gonna rest, and then I'm gonna leave you in the hands of a cutscene. I will be right back.
Look, there's a door inside.
Seems empty. Someone lives here. Where are we?
Alright, I am the back. Just had to take some trash out real quick. Ugh. Oh, we're in a swaggy place. Huh. Well, that's clearly the way to go, so I'm gonna explore the other side. Oh good, it's locked. Good, it's locked. Good, that's also locked. Great. Okay. How about you? Oh good, you're also locked. Hello, child.
Mael?
Gustav? Are you real?
What a touching reunion.
Well, you sure smell real enough.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I thought on the beach I saw you and I'm so sorry. I should have. I should have come for you, and
It's okay. It's okay.
I was worried.
We made it.
How did you end up here?
I don't know. It's all a blur. Then I woke up here
God damn.
with him. He's been helping me a lot. He reinforced.
What is he?
I'm not sure. He doesn't really talk.
The chroma around him. It's quite.
Oh, what a surprise.
How did you find me?
There was a message at the indigo tree.
Do you know who left it?
A message? Maybe. No. I don't know.
Let's see what this does to the area. No, I think that shadow being left behind might be decent. Yeah, that shadow being left behind was desync.
Again. We just trained earlier.
The fact that she can understand him is kind of unsettling to me.
Alright. But this time I have backup.
Gonna kick your ass, old man. Ping me into combat, please. Thank you. Ah, yes. Jump counters. Really? Thank you.
Let us stain them.
Oh my goodness. So, Mael's combat style is she switches through stances. She can do offensive, defensive, and her best, which is Virtuoso. So, the way to play her is essentially get her to Virtuoso as quickly as possible. However, right now, she doesn't have any abilities that will get her to Virtuoso. So, the best one we've got is Offensive Switch. Yes, thank you. Perfect.
That was fun, but I think you could come with us if that's a yes.
Fairly certain that was a yes. And with that, we have unlocked the ability to upgrade our weaponry. So Mael is 100% a character that we want to build around agility minimum. Most of her weapons will have agility stat spreads. And as for her skills, me personally, there's no real order to go. However, I find my way to sword ballet quite often. We don't have any need for that right now, so we'll do Swift Stride and Guard Up. Swift Stride will allow us to switch to Virtuoso stance. And then Guard Up will just allow us to apply Shell to the party, which reduces damage taken. It's not like Shield, where it negates an entire attack. It acts like Powerful, except it gives us a defense boost, not an attack boost.
We should go to the manor and maybe learn something.
Yeah, or we could get back to the Indigo Tree.
Neko's usually here. I wonder where...
Is that a Jestrel?
I don't know. Is that a Jestrel?
Stop that, you big hairy brush face. Can't you see they're human? Neko's a bit dramatic, but if you're nice, Neko will trade you lots of useful items for Chroma.
So the tales are true. Perhaps the grandest in the SKA exist too. Are there more Jestrels like you? I'd love to meet them.
Neko, you silly scruff. Their village is not
maybe.
far from here.
Oh, really?
Lune,
I know. Don't have time for detours.
yeah, we need to get to the Paintress.
There's another sea between here and the Paintress.
Neko, as the best Jestrel merchant ever, I bet you know a solution, yeah? Come on, you broomhead, I know you know.
I love these little guys.
Well, I guess you'll get to meet more Jestrels.
Alright. Here's our first Jestrel merchant. Alright, so we can purchase Chroma Catalyst, Color of Lumino, which is the most important part from them. And this one specifically, we just have to fight the merchant. So I'm gonna beat the piss out of another child. And this time I'm gonna use Gustav to beat the piss out of a child.
Let me paint death!
Got it. And let's see what we got from ya. Ooh, exposing attack. So now our base attack will be able to do defenseless. Now let me buy these. There we go. Alrighty. That's a little fun stuff that we can get from Jestrels. Jestral merchants, I'm sorry. Upgrade attributes, who leveled up? Oh, Mael did. Which means she's only got one skill point, which means she can't get anything, right? Nope.
These dead Nevrons. Who could have done this?
Guess.
So you didn't just stay in your mansion.
Well, duh.
Guess we found 68's boat.
There's a path through the boat.
That anchor doesn't look man-made.
I love fighting these things. Alright, I think after this I'm going to reset stream.
I'll do it.
Considering I can't even parry or dodge right now. I'll just die. Alright. Alright. I'm going to take a break for a little bit of time. And I will restart stream in, I don't know, maybe about an hour or so. So, until then, don't do anything I wouldn't do, which is an extremely small list.
Don't recognize you, boy, you look confused. Shadows lurking in the dark. They're out to get you, want to control you. Don't lose yourself in the fog. Take a deep breath, hold on. Face the demons you fear till they're gone. Don't be fooled by their charm. It is time that you sound the alarm. You're bewitched by the devil's lullaby. Dance away in the dead of the night. Hear the voices humming in your mind. He will never let you out of sight. Devil's lullaby. Devil's lullaby. Devil's lullaby. angel in disguise, hear him calling out your name. Web of illusions, buried solutions, fight the